Whatever, I'll take it. Guess I probably played that last act pretty risky, because I don't think the run through the second act was particularly good. I don't have much experience on that last act. So yeah, it could be better, but this is fine. I'll take this for sure. I've put way too much time into the song for what it is, and sadly, this is the first time I even hit that solo squeeze, and it's not even particularly hard. Honestly, the nearly ideal solo act is probably possible. I think how I would approach that, how I was initially approaching this, was using the extended hit window fret trick on the yellow back end just to try to make sure I didn't drop any blue ticks, but I decided that wasn't a good way to approach it because A, the previous blue sustain is fairly disconnected from the yellow back end, and B, using that trick means that you're sacrificing at the very least one frame. And obviously, with the tick leniency I had here, there was no need to try to optimize it to that degree anyway. But on the nearly ideal solo act, I would want to do that just to remove any chance of not fretting the blue on the frame that I strum it. But that being said, I have absolutely zero interest in going for that or anything else. Dude, what the fuck? This is so irritating. Holy shit, we got it. Finally. Motherfucker. I thought I played that last act super conservative, but apparently I didn't. Or maybe I just didn't drop any ticks. I don't know how those ticks turned out as well as they did. Can't even speak right now. Turned it out. That's right. Man. That is a fucking load off. This song is miserable to grind. But I could tell that Nearly Ideal was so reachable that it just did not feel right to leave it behind. Apparently, the key was to stop using extended hit window, not for the front end itself, but for that fucking zig afterward. Oh god, that has got to be the most irritating 4 notes in this entire game. I was going absolutely crazy trying to figure out what I was doing wrong on that. Just rewatching the videos, going too fast, not fast enough. It's just so hard to time that while pushing the front end with extended hit window. And so I just threw a run at it without it, because the other thing I noticed in reviewing those videos is that basically every time I was activating at least 2 frames before fretting, which makes sense because the previous note is a sustain and a sustain of the same fret. So I'm holding that out, and it's not like I can afford to drop ticks because it's a star power sustain. So just the execution of releasing that orange and refretting it is pretty obnoxious. So yeah, I figured on top of making the execution of that quad after so much harder, I maybe was getting a frame off that act, which is a big deal for an act like that, don't get me wrong, but the just utter inability to hit that zig afterward, I was just like, I just have to try something. And as soon as I went back to not using extended hit window, I stopped missing that quad. It's only been like 2 or 3 runs. So, I mean, yeah, that just tells the whole story. I just reviewed the video back. I barely even squeezed that front end. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell without hyperspeed, but yeah, I definitely had a couple more frames to play with on the front end. It's just, again, focusing on that quad afterward. And that last act, I did actually have a few frames to play with on the back end, so definitely, I mean, no regrets about playing it safe. Perfectly satisfied with these ticks, honestly. I guess just in the run, I thought I would have a little more, and it caught me off guard. Second act ticks were slightly above average. They've been trending downwards as I've done more runs of this, just because I cannot justify missing before the solo. Song is just too miserable a grind, but I've gotten as high as 68 and as low as 40 after the red-blue whammy sustain that follows the back end, and this run I had 56. So just about the mean, but recently above average for sure. So yeah, ticks to the solo act were fine, and last act was good enough. I very much contemplated not even going for ticks on the front end, but I think I got a couple. Yeah, I got like 20. The whammy wasn't very good, which, you know, again, is a fine sacrifice. Not terrible. What I had been doing on that last act whammy, and I did in the 568 run, was using the extended hit window fret trick on that long red sustain that precedes the chord. So I already had the fretting set up. There's a big enough break there to where you really don't need to worry about it. It's just, you know, anything to help you focus on the strum timing more and reduce the chance of not fretting / forming it frame perfectly. Yeah, that's about it. Just super glad I don't have to think about playing this stupid fucking song at least anytime soon.